we're going to talk about your climate control. Climate control being your air conditioning unit and your furnace for this unit. Now, this is a ducted air conditioning unit, which only means that you have a ducted system, okay? So you have it running all the way back to the bedroom. That's how it spreads out the cold air throughout the system here. If you do want to isolate it, you can isolate it to just blow air in this area as long as you close these out. So we're going to look at these ports here. So these are your ducted systems here. So when your AirC's on, you can spin these and point them in the direction. So if you're cooking, you can point it right at you, and you can spin them. And that's pretty much like they have about 7 or 10 in this unit here. If you want to just isolate it, so if you're having lunch here and it's kind of warm, you can isolate this and just have it blow in this direction, and that's going to be right here. So come on over here and I'll show you this. And all you do is open this up, and then this will just vent straight down and just isolate to this area. And if you want to just get it back into the ducted system, you close it and it'll spread out throughout the area. Okay, that's how your air conditioning unit works. And we're gonna come on over here and I'll show you how to turn that on. So we're gonna talk about your control panel for your climate control. We just talked about your air conditioning unit, and it's a ducted system. So this is going to be your control panel for your climate control. So this will control your furnace and it'll control your air conditioning unit. So very simple to use. Okay, so this is an on and off button. You hit that on and off, it'll give you your temperature setting. And this here, it says temp. These will be your temperature settings. Okay, your fan is going to be set on auto, so that's going to actually turn on and off if like gets to the temperature that you set. Once it hits that temperature, it'll turn itself off. If you want it continuously running, you can hit fan high, medium, and low, and all you're going to do is hit that fan button, and then that'll be continuous fan on. Okay, and then I like it on auto, so it actually turns itself off whenever it has. And then this is your furnace as well, so you do have a furnace button that you push here, and if you hit that, that'll turn on your furnace. So right now, let's turn on your air conditioning unit. Okay, so right now this is set to heat. We're going to set it to cool, and that's going to be here. So mode to cool. I have it set to auto, and you can hear that it already kicked in. So the air conditioning is running, so that means all of our duct systems are working, and yep, all the air is coming out here. So that's where it is on auto. So once it hits 65 degrees, this will turn itself off, and it will just shut off the fans on all that. If you wanted to, you can continue to use it and just hit that, and it'll keep the fan going if you just want fan on. Okay, same thing with furnace. So if we're going to do your furnace, what we're going to do is hit furnace, and this LED will light up. I got to put it on, actually I got to go to mode here, sorry. We're going to go to mode, and we're going to go to heat. Okay, and I'm also going to set that on auto, so it turns itself on and off. And then that's going to be your furnace, and then you set this to whatever temperature. I mean, it probably won't kick on right now because it's a little bit warm in here, but when you're out there, I normally set it for 65 degrees. That's a perfect temperature, sleeping temperature. Heat will come on, keep this place nice right around 60, 65 degrees. You'll sleep good, and it can turn yourself, it'll turn itself on and off if you set on auto. Okay, and then this is just your on and off switch. So all you do is hit off, and your climate control will go off. And that's how you use your climate control settings here. That's how your air conditioning works. And your furnace has 2 ports, and it works really well. They're just right below the sink here, and it warms up really nice and toasty in here. Okay, so that's how your climate control works. There you have it.